checking out this Wukusi. This is the long version, Wukusi feather. So far, thoughts are pretty good. Do a little comparison, disassemble this thing, and then I'll have some thoughts. Here we are. So this is the Wukusi next to the Socal tournament feather, and this is the Purple Heart synthetic. I think this is the synthetic that was intended to be more realistic handling or more realistic proportions. So this guy has a significantly longer handle than the other ones that I've used. So this is at least an inch longer than this guy. Something to think about. This is a freaking long handle. It's 13.5 inches. And blade is just as you'd expect. So this is, what's this? About 39 inches. It's identical to this Socal feather. Right, so one thing that was missing, it's hard to find pictures of this tip. For some reason, they're just not really keen on showing this off. It's fine. It's spatulated in, as you can see, in only one direction. So this is just a parallel tip. It's rounded over, and then it's fat just here. So I think plenty clubs would probably just recommend doing a leather tip or thermoplastic. I'm going to put some thermoplastic on it, and we kind of fence mid intensity, so this was totally fine. But most people will feel more safe when it's tipped, so something to think about. You probably want to buy some thermoplastic when you buy this thing, or leather. This is a cast steel guard, and as you can see, it has little casting marks on here. No big deal. It's not like they're particularly rough or anything. From what I can tell, these guards are very sturdy. Cast steel usually is. It's, you know, high carbon. It's nimble compared to a sortier, standard sortier. It has a little less presence in the bind, like less blade. Like that weight is shifted back. And also compared to another sortier sword, as you can see, this shield is quite narrow, small. It does protect your thumbs pretty good, but you're not going to be catching swords like this. You know, like the sortier one is like freaking massive. It's like a huge tulip. But one thing I did notice is that it is, because it's so thin like this, a few times I just about caught myself putting my finger over the top of this. Excuse me. No big deal. Just had to cautiously not do that. And you don't even need to do that because the point of balance is totally acceptable. It's like right here at the shield. So after doing some little experimentation on like how I like to hold this thing, I found that just slipping your hand down just a little bit, you know, protects your hands significantly more. And it's still very nimble, and you can still use this just fine. As to why they would have such a nimble, narrow shield, maybe it's just like a aesthetic thing. I don't know. But one thing that it did when I got this was it comes with a little logo, the Wukusi logo, and it's got some digital writing on it. For me, I found that to be atrocious. So just a little bit of sandpaper and you know, work up into the grips, and then do a little polishing. And I polished this whole blade, so this is slightly shinier than what you would get. So it has just like regular matte finish like most swords are. So this is just slightly shinier. It's not gonna ruin the integrity or anything like that. So tip's good. It's nibble. Right, so plastic guard. This is a plastic injected grip. I think previously they were 3D printed, and from all the reviews that I saw, which is not a lot of reviews, everybody was happy with the 3D printed one, but they're just doing this makes sense. Wukusi does, you know, like the back of the head protectors, and I think they might do some like gloves or something. They've got a bunch of plastic products, so it's in the pipeline. Like, might as well just use it. Probably what they were thinking, and it's fine. I already took a few little shots there, and it's okay. I think it'll probably last for a long time. But because this is easily disassembled, you can always just make a wooden one, which I probably will do. And I guess this is a zinc blading here. This is just steel. Yeah, good. So I'm going to do a little disassembling here. All right, so just a Allen key. Has a little bolt, which when I saw this, I was a little confused. Typically, they have like sex bolts that have a sleeve that goes over the tang, and then you can take that out. But this is a really interesting way to design this thing, because instead they have this thing. So this moves just fine, and I find that to be kind of brilliant. It has a little rod in here that you can take out, and it's just a hole there. So even if you were to strip this thing out, which is like nearly impossible, you could just make a new one if you have an angle grinder or whatever. Have a friend who does metalworking, and they sell these. You can get like different kinds. They got like side rings. I think they have different finishes, you know, or you could make your own if you're that way. Pretty easy. I don't think they send you another little piece of metal, this little rod. They don't give you another rod, which I thought was a little bit weird, but works just fine. So this has a little hole there, and it fits perfectly as it should. This has a little keyway, so this will never move more than this if it became super loose, which would never happen. And it does not take a lot of effort to get this thing tight. So this is about finger tight right now. That's about half turn. That's a half turn, and it's fucking rock solid. Like, cool. So don't need to crank this stuff down. It's totally fine. And if it is loose, you just tighten it up a little. It's no big deal. Yeah, so the construction, I like it. It's good. There's your tip, and look at the box. Great. So this is the travel case that comes with, which is kind of a sweet deal. You get it with it. It's like a faux carbon fiber. I think it's just, you know, plastic. It's probably the same stuff that they made the handle out of, which is fine. It's, you know, plenty hard wearing, and yeah, has a little bit of these things. I don't know. There's got two pockets. One here, one here. This is the so we got an extra bolt and a washer for your pommel here. This is the little plastic things that it came with. Kind of, you know, it's bare bones, but like that's good. That's all you need. Little plastic smelling, you know. That's it. This I didn't touch on the flex, but this is not a hugely stiff footer. It was described as a light flex, but I would say that it's more like a medium light, or light medium. What I'm trying to say is that it is a light flex, but it's like right on the edge of what would be considered a medium flex, and it's totally safe. You know, as far as fencing goes, it's, you know, the flex is good, and I didn't find any of this wobbling going on. Like, it's pretty good. The distal taper is nice. I didn't measure, but it does taper down here, and then it has your fat tip. So for around $300 on the West Coast, pretty good. Pretty good. That's pretty much it. Hope you like it.